Good morning, my friends. Today's story is called Stephanie's Ponytail. Before I start, let me show you something. This is a mask. I don't want to scare you, but I just want to show you. This is something I've been making. I've been making these because of the coronavirus, and they need them for people going to visit their loved ones and going into the hospital. So I get material, and then I get elastic and put it on the ends. And I can make all different sizes. I can make little ones for kids. Isn't that cute? I even put little flowers on some. And I can make big ones for bigger people. But I thought I would show you so that if you see somebody wearing a wet mask, you won't be scared. And you might even have to wear a mask. If you go to a store, you go out in public. So I wanted to share that with you. I've been enjoying making them to help out other people. Okay, this is one of my favorite stories. Do you know why I picked this book? Okay, Oliver, you know why. Yeah, that's your mommy's name, Stephanie. I bought this such a long time ago, and I was so excited to see my daughter's name in the title of a book. So let's see who's visiting with us today. Kayla? Good morning. How's the weather over there? Hi, kids. Hi. Good morning, Henry. Good morning, Sam. I'm going to see you tomorrow. I have something to drop off at your house. Hi, Hannah and Noah. I see Samantha and Benny. Good morning. And Zara and Oliver and little Iris. And hi there, Mattia. And hi, Madeline. Is it Madeline or Madeline? You'll have to let me know. Okay, let's get started on today's story. It's written by Robert Munsch and Michael Marchenko. They've written a lot of books together. Robert did the writing and Michael did the art. They make a good team. Stephanie's Ponytail. Here's a picture of the kids at school and they're pointing to Stephanie. I don't know what they're saying. What do you think they're saying? Whisper to someone next to you. Make your prediction. What are the kids saying to Stephanie? Maybe. Let's find out. One day, Stephanie went to her mom and said, "None of the kids in my class have a ponytail. I want a nice ponytail coming right out the back." So Stephanie's mom gave her a nice ponytail coming right out the back. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids looked at her and said, "Ugly, ugly, very ugly." Stephanie said, "It's my ponytail and I like it." What do you think about what they said? It wasn't very nice. What do you think about what Stephanie said? Yeah, good for her, speaking up for herself. Here's the next picture. Here's all the kids in school walking, and it looks like maybe that's Stephanie up on the stairs. Look at her face. How does she look? Let's find out what happened. The next morning when Stephanie went to school, all the other girls had ponytails coming out the back. Stephanie looked at them and said, "You are all a bunch of copycats. You just do whatever I do. You don't have a brain in your head." Oh my goodness. Was that very nice to say? What's a copycat? Have you ever heard of a copycat? Right, it's when someone does the same thing that you do. Here's a picture now of Stephanie at home with her mommy and her little brother or sister. The next morning, the mom said, "Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back?" Stephanie said, "No." "Then that's that," said her mom. "That's the only place you can do ponytails." "No, it's not," said Stephanie. "I want one coming out the side, just above my ear." "Very strange," said the mom. "Are you sure that is what you want?" "Yes," said Stephanie. So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out right above her ear. Was that creative? Why was she doing that? What do you think, Mattea? Have you ever done something like that? What do you think, Madeline? How do you think the kids are going to react tomorrow at school? Turn to someone next to you and whisper how you think the kids are going to react when they see her. Maybe. Let's find out. Oh, what are they doing? Sarah, what are the kids doing? Are they laughing at her? When she went to school, the other kids saw her and said, ugly, ugly, very ugly. Stephanie said, it's my ponytail and I like it. The next morning when Stephanie came to school, all the girls and even some of the boys had nice ponytails coming out just above their ears. Why do you think they did that? Let's find out what happens next. Here's a picture of Mom and Dad in the kitchen. Stephanie's eating breakfast, and there's her baby. And what's Mom doing with her hair? The next morning, the mom said, Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back? Stephanie said, no. Would you like one coming out the side? No. Then that's that, said her mom. There is no other place you can do ponytails. Yes, there is, said Stephanie. I want one coming out of the top of my head like a tree. That's very strange, said her mom. Are you sure that is what you want? Yes, said Stephanie. What do you think of that plan? What do you think, Henry? Sam? Would you do that? I wonder how it's going to look. So here's a picture. And here's a picture of all the kids at school the next day. And if you look closely, what do you see? So her mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out of the top of her head like a tree. When Stephanie went to school, the other kids saw her and said, ugly, ugly, very ugly. Stephanie said, do you know what she's going to say? It's my ponytail and I like it. The next day, all of the girls and all of the boys had ponytails coming out the top. It looked like broccoli was growing out of their heads. Why did the author compare it to broccoli? What shape is broccoli? The next day, here's a picture in the park. Okay. The next morning, the mom said, Stephanie, would you like a ponytail coming out the back? Stephanie said, no. Would you like one coming out the side? No. Would you like one coming out the top? No. Then that is definitely that, said the mom. There is no other place you can do ponytails. Yes, there is, said Stephanie. I want one coming out the front and hanging down in front of my nose. Look, what happened when it was coming out the front? Why is that a problem? But nobody will know if you are coming or going, her mom said. Are you sure that is what you want? Yes, said Stephanie. So, Mom gave Stephanie a nice ponytail coming out the front. On the way to school, she bumped into 4 trees, 3 cars, 2 houses, and 1 principal. Oh, that's a math problem. Can you figure that one out? Sam, Henry, Oliver, can you figure out that math problem? I'll say it again. 4 trees, 3 cars, 2 houses, and 1 principal. Got it? Let me know what the answer is. How many in total did she bump into? When she finally got to her class, the other kids saw her and said, ugly, ugly, very ugly. Stephanie said, you know what she said, don't you? Right. It's, my ponytail and I like it. What's going to happen the next day? Do you think they're going to copy her? Whisper to someone next to you, what do you think is going to happen the next day? Okay, here's a picture of everyone in school. Were you right? The next day, all of the girls and all of the boys and even the teacher had ponytails coming out the front and hanging down in front of their noses. None of them could see where they were going. They bumped into the desks, and they bumped into each other. They bumped into the walls, and by mistake, 3 girls went into the boys' bathroom. Did you predict that that's what they were going to do? Why do you think everyone keeps copying what Stephanie does? Have you ever done that? Have you ever copied what someone else did because you liked what they did? Let's see how Stephanie reacted. Whoa, look at her. How does she look? She looks angry, doesn't she? Stephanie yelled, You are a bunch of brainless copycats. You just do whatever I do. When I come tomorrow, I am going to have shaved my head. What do you think? Do you think she's actually going to do that? What are all the kids going to do? What's the teacher going to do? What's the principal going to do? I'll wait. Go ahead and turn to someone, your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, your friend. Tell them what you think. I'm afraid to show you this picture. Get ready. Oh my gosh. The first person to come the next day was the teacher. She had shaved her head and she was bald. The next to come were the boys. They had shaved their heads and they were bald. The next to come were the girls. They had shaved their heads and they were bald. The last person to come was Stephanie, and she had a nice little ponytail coming right out the back. Did that surprise you? Oh my goodness. How did everyone react? There are no words on this page, so you get to add whatever words. Go ahead. You say the words you are thinking. You said some funny things. And that is the end. Did you like that story, Stephanie's Ponytail? What was the main idea? What was it all about? So it's important to have a mind of your own. There might be something you want to do nobody else wants to do, but as long as you're not hurting anyone, it's okay. You can go ahead and try your ideas. Were there any surprises in the story? Yeah. Did that surprise you? Did that surprise you, Hannah? Did that surprise you, Benny, at the end, the last page? What was the surprise? Right. Did Stephanie do something different? Yeah. She kind of tricked them, didn't she? Well, I hope you enjoyed today's story, and I hope you like learning about my masks and how I'm making them to help other people. That makes me feel good. Think about what you can do today that can help somebody else, or think about just how you could make your own story by writing some words and drawing some pictures. You can call it Hannah's Ponytail. You could call it Zahra's Ponytail. I know Zahra likes having a ponytail. And if you do, I'd love to see it, so please share it with me. It's a beautiful day. Have a great day. Love you always. Love Mimi. Bye.